Hello and welcome to day 22 of VEDA. Today is actually my birthday. I turned 31 today. It feels a lot like 30, which, by the way, felt a lot like 29. I don't really enjoy them the way that I used to. I feel like I would like them more if they were more like they were when we were kids. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the place I like to go to paint pottery, and when I got there, there was a birthday party going on, and they always set aside room for birthday parties and have little tables for people who aren't involved. So I was sitting way up at the front, and this little kid's birthday party was going on in the back. And it was a boy-girl birthday party for like 5 to 7 year old kids. I think the little girl was turning 8 or 7 or something. But there was like 15 or 20 kids painting pottery together. And I just enjoyed listening to these kids have a party so much. They were all enjoying themselves, just being together and being kids and not being worried about things. And then there was cake. It was one of those amazing cakes that's, I never got one when I was little, but it's like they stick a Barbie in the middle and then her skirt is a cake. So they basically eat Barbie's clothes. I guess it was a fairy tale party instead of like a princess party because there were boys. But the boys got favor bags that had boy things in them, and the girls got like wands and tiaras. I was really jealous of those kids. They weren't worried about planning the party or how it was going. They were in it. They were hanging out with their friends and being goofy and having a good time. And they were generally joyful. And I love that. I miss that. Anyway, after most of the kids had been picked up by their parents, there were a small core group of kids left. It was the birthday girl and what seemed like her central group of friends. There was like 4 of them. And the girls were walking around the store in a little cluster. They all had their tiaras on, and they all had wands. The birthday girl, who seemed to be the leader of the group, held up her wand and said, "What kind of fairy are you? I am an art fairy, and I will do art magic," and walked around waving her wand at things. And her little friend was, "I'm a cat fairy, meow, meow." And I'm watching each one of them claim what kind of fairy they are, and I just wanted to be with them. I think more than anything for my birthday, I just want to be more carefree. I spend a lot of time being really bogged down by things and overthinking details, and I don't know why. I didn't used to be that way, but it makes enjoying things a lot harder. So I'm making that a goal. Speaking of goals, that's kind of what I mainly wanted to talk about today. Every year on my birthday, I try and look back at where I was a year ago and then make goals so I can keep moving forward. What are my goals for the next year? Well, for one, I'm really tired all the time still, so I'm going to keep working on getting that fixed. Honestly, I do everything that I'm supposed to do to sleep correctly. It's kind of a matter of finding a doctor who can figure out why I'm not sleeping right at this point. But if that's my job for that, then that's my job. I am going to figure out how to get myself sleeping properly. I also made the goal to move. I do not like living here and am feeling pretty good about my odds of getting out of here, maybe even before my lease is up. I'm looking very avidly for a new apartment. That is definitely one of my goals for this year. Also, to go along with that, I want to get rid of junk. I want to do a sweep through my apartment and just chuck stuff. I am a massively, massively sentimental person. I think I have somewhere in my bedroom a box that's literally just full of movie and concert tickets. I also have a habit of hoarding bottles because I like to make paper stars. I don't know if you can see this. but I like to hold them in the bottles, and they look really pretty in a bottle, don't they? If you can guess how many stars are in this bottle, you will get a virtual high five and hug from me. I don't have any prizes to give out, but I know exactly how many are in here, and it's probably more than you're thinking. But I hoard bottles, and I just have empty bottles around my apartment that aren't being used for anything. I just have too much stuff. Also, I'm still working on getting fit. I'm almost down to a weight that I'm happy with, but the reality is that I'm still like in a fitness sense out of shape and working on that. I almost have like arm muscles, like legit arm muscles, and I almost have calves. But there's other areas that still need work. So even when weight no longer becomes an issue, I still want to continue to exercise and work on that. Another goal that I made for this year, that's going to sound ridiculous to some people, is that I want to learn how to ride a bike again. I got hit by a car riding a bike and just never got back on it. And then there was so much time that passed that I just was afraid to. I definitely also have a goal of broadening my social circle. I am actually pretty good at making friends on the internet. I'm way more social online than I am in real life. I think it's just because I've been burned by people in real life, and so I've kind of withdrawn a little bit. But this year, I'm going to get myself out there and be social and hopefully make friends. People tell me I'm likable, so here's hoping that by my birthday next year, I've got a ton of people demanding I spend that birthday with them instead of kind of hanging out by myself most of the day. It is Monday, though. I'm also working towards getting the perfect job. Clearly, I love being on the internet, and I want very much to find a home here. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I feel like I have a flair for it, and it makes me happy. If I could figure out what my dream job is and then get my dream job, that would be nice. Also, on a kind of hobby level, I really like writing, and I do write a lot, but a couple of years ago, I wrote a book, and I was trying to edit it myself so that I could do a second draft, and I realized that since I wrote it, a lot of movies and books have come out that are exactly that topic, and I feel like it's not unique enough to be interesting anymore. I don't know, maybe in the future it'll be interesting again and then I can give it another go, but right now I want very much to come up with a new story to write. I made it a goal for me to get somewhere with my story idea and get something going with that. I also want to continue doing arts and craftsy things because they make me happy, and read more books. So yeah, those are my goals for my 31st year. I feel like this year, the best gift that I've gotten was time. On Friday, my stepsister Lindsay came and took me to lunch and took me pottery painting and gave me a tiara to wear because I was the birthday princess, and made me feel very special by sacrificing hours of her life to spend time with me and make me happy, and that felt really good. I mean, gifts are nice. Gifts are nice. Sacrificing money counts, but I feel like for most people, sacrificing time is a much bigger deal. I also got to go to the movies with my dad on Saturday. We saw Oblivion, which was weird. It was kind of a subject matter that crossed between me and my dad's interests, so we both enjoyed it, and I don't get to spend a lot of time with him just kind of like hanging out. And he had called me and said, how about a birthday movie? And it was really nice to share a movie with him, and I know that's kind of sitting in the dark and not really talking, but still, time. That's a long freaking movie. And I spent Saturday evening and Sunday morning with my niece, who, despite being 14 years old and having friends to hang out with, spent time with me, and we watched a movie, and she helped me edit one of my videos, and we talked about life and stuff and played games, and I adore every second I spend with her too. Time is the currency for me. Hopefully tonight I'm going to get to Skype with my mom, who lives far away, and I'm excited to talk with her. So what do we get from this video? 1, I wish birthday parties for adults were more like birthday parties for children. 2, I'm proud of how far I've come in the last year, but I definitely have a good set of goals set for this year to continue to move forward. 3, definitely the best gifts that I got this year were the time of my sisters and my niece and my dad, who fit me into their busy lives and made me feel like I mattered to them. So yeah, I guess that's all I've got for today. I will see you tomorrow.
You just watched Stephanie talk. Don't forget to tell her what you thought. Share and like, maybe subscribe. Stephanie will see you